Okay, today I bought another Madagascar palm. I love these things, absolutely. This probably makes, maybe I'd say, about my 8th Madagascar palm I have currently. I got him at a local nursery, and I got him on a discount because she's got a little bit of frost damage right in here. So just a quick overview, just how you can tell if it's a healthy Madagascar. Obviously it's not going to have any damage on top, but you're going to look on the bottom, see how I can't really push this in. You can either do that with the tweezers, or you could try to push with your finger. You're going to want to try to do it on a couple other spots. Just be careful not to get poked. So in this guy particularly, you can see how it may have one time had damage before and it sprouted this guy up here. And then someone must have at one point, it had a second little sprout here, and then they had to cut it off, possibly because it was damaged like this one. You can see as it does have a couple little side sprouts coming. But due to this damage, which as you can tell is quite extensive, it's probably going to go a little lower into here. It's going to have to be chopped off. So if you look at the sides, you'll notice here how the skin is just coming off very easily. The needles fall off very easily, because like if you look at these here, they don't fall off very easily, they stay on. So this stuff here, this is just leaves, and what probably happened is it was damaged and it went dormant. This variety tends to go dormant during the winter, and it'll lose all of its leaves most of the time. But as you can tell, going around the entire Madagascar, it's got some serious issues going on. This guy right here, this is a bug, so you really don't have to sit there and worry about it. It's just a little bug that'll come right out. So what the plan is for this guy is I am going to have to chop off the top portion of it. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to want to make sure the rest of the trunk is in decent shape. As you can tell, as I'm pushing and pulling, the whole trunk is moving together. The base of the trunk looks pretty decent. It doesn't feel mushy or anything. Even the top doesn't feel mushy. It just looks like dry rot. So you're going to go around and you'll notice how this has damage here. Just kind of inspect it to see if there's any other damage, and you'll see how this is, how well you can see it, but you can kind of see how this over here is green, and then some of the damage is about here, and it kind of goes down into here, and then those little spots stop right around here. So chances are when I do cut it, I am going to end up cutting to probably about here, so probably a good 6 inches, if not a little more, it'll get chopped off. But the key to doing that is you're going to want to start a little higher and go down lower, because you don't want to chop off too much at the top. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do that until it gets a little warmer. Even though being in sunny Florida, it doesn't get incredibly cold by everyone else's standards, but by Florida standards, very cold. They still need it to be relatively warm, because what you're essentially going to have is a huge scab like this exposed to the elements, and you're going to want to keep that warm. So I looked on Dark Sky. It's an application for the phone, and it has this really neat feature called Time Machine. And I kind of was just looking for when the lowest point was going to be 60 degrees and that's probably right around when I'm going to do the cutting on this guy here. And according to that app, it said that should probably be around end of February, beginning of March. So that's what I'm going to do. In the meantime, I'm going to continue to monitor these spots here, and if for some main reason these spots start getting worse, or the plant starts decreasing, like it starts getting a little mushy up here, I will have to make the cut anyway. But I don't foresee that happening because the plant right now is just dormant. So I will post a video on how to do that, and I'll see you then. Thanks.